What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel Learn with Selassie. I'm so excited about the next series of tutorials. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to develop websites using Bootstrap. Bootstrap is a CSS framework that is used to develop mobile-friendly websites. Not only that, it comes with a whole lot of components that can speed up your web development. Components like buttons, forms, carousels, and a whole lot. All you need is a basic knowledge about HTML and CSS. If you don't have that, you can check my previous videos, tutorials, and follow everything. I've been using Bootstrap for the past 8 years for my web development, and it has really speed up my game. So in this first tutorials, I'll teach you guys how to download Bootstrap and set it up for the subsequent tutorials. See you guys. Welcome back, guys. So let's go straight to our browser and type Bootstrap 5. That is the latest version of Bootstrap. So you just go to Google and type Bootstrap 5. Oh, I don't know why this is taking time. Bootstrap 5. Okay, and then the first one. So this is the page for Bootstrap. So if you are here on this page, you just have to scroll down and then copy this. The starter template is just a basic structure of HTML structure with the CDN of the CSS CDN and then the JavaScript. So just copy this, go to your browser, your brackets, and then paste this. So that's all you need to do. So if I open this now, as you can see, we have this. So the way things works in Bootstrap, whatever you are doing is supposed to be in a container. So we have two types of containers in Bootstrap. One is the container itself, and then there is another one called container fluid. So I'll just show you how that works. I'm creating a simple div now with a class name container, which is a Bootstrap class. Okay, and then I'll put in a random text. So let's see h1. This is a container. Okay, if I save this now and go to my browser, you will see that it has shifted a little bit. So this container class has a maximum width. Okay, I think it's 720px or something. And then, so if you want it, if you want the content to cover the whole page, there is another class we use that is container fluid. So I'll create another div. Okay, sorry. I'll create another div with a container with a class name container fluid, and then I'll put in the text, which is another h1. Then this is container fluid. So if I save this and then I go back to the browser and I reload, you can see this is coming, this is starting directly from the page. So these are the two types of containers we have in Bootstrap. So whatever you are doing, if you want space at the side, you can use the class container. But if you want everything to cover the entire width of the page, then you can go with the container fluid. The next thing I'll be talking about is in Bootstrap works with something called grid. So the grid is like it works like a flex box. So it works with a 12-column grid. Okay, so I'll show you how that works. So to use that, first I'm going to create another div inside the container. This will be the class will be role. So we have a row, and then inside of that we'll have the grid. So to use the grid, so we have 12 column grids. Okay, so to use that, I'll say, let's say I need COL, that is a Bootstrap, another Bootstrap class. So you can either decide whether you want your grid, the breakdown point of the grid. We have so many options. The first one is XS. Okay, that means the break point will be from 576 pixels less. Okay, then we have SM, that is 576. The size will be 576 greater or equal to 576. And then we have MD. Okay, so MD, the size of MD is going to be 768 pixels equal or greater. And then we have LG, which is equal or greater to 992 px. And then we have XL, which is equal or greater than 1200 px. And then we have double XL, which is equal or greater than 1400 px. I know this is really confusing, so let's say in the next tutorials, once we start using this, you really understand it. So the way this works basically, so if I want to use the 12 grid, I'll show you. So let's say I want to use the MD. So I have this, okay, and then I'll say this is I'll name this as column 1. Okay, column 1, column 1. Okay, so I'll copy this now, and then I'm going to come down. So I'm still in the row div, so I'll paste this 12 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One more. I'll just put 12. Okay, so I'll just remove the column. Okay. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 12. So this is the main grid we have. So as you can see, we have it on top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So inside these columns, you can now place your content and everything. So it works with a breakpoint. So let's say on a mobile devices, this is going to break down. So if I resize my browser to a specific size, you can see this will break down. I hope you can see that. So for this, you don't have to really write any code for your media queries and all that. So Bootstrap will automatically do the breakdown for you. So most of my websites, I use like let's say a four column grid. So for that, I'm going to divide 4. I'm going to divide it by 12. So 1 is going to be 3, 3, 3. So if you add this, you have 12. So as you can see, I'll just add column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. Okay, I know this is a bit confusing, but once we start doing this more, you understand it. So as you can see, the breakpoints. So we have the column 1, column 2. So this is how you arrange things on your web page. So if you reduce your browser, you can see to break down. So let's say I change this to Excel. Okay, Excel. If I have Excel here and then save this, see, it will break down. So let's say for instance I go to inspect and then I have make this 100. So let's say this is like a tablet, iPad Air. So this is how it will look. Then we can have the breakpoints, as you can see. So you don't have to like rewrite any code for your media queries and all that. So it's somehow simple, and it can really get complicated depending on how you want to use it. So let's say I want to have 2 columns on the mobile devices. So what I'll do is I'll do this and then 6. Okay, 6. So on really small devices, I'll have 2 columns. So let me just show you how that works. So we have 4 columns here now. If I reduce it, still 4. And then if I shrink down the browser, you see we have like 2 columns. So you can really play around it. So it's a 12 column grid. So depending on where you want your breakpoint, whether you want it to be XL, double XL, MD, XX, and XM, you can use that here. So this is the basic structure of the Bootstrap framework, how it works. So we have the basic HTML, we have the CSS from the CDN, and then we have the JavaScript also down before the close of the body tag. And then whatever we are doing, we have a class called container, fluid, or just container. And then inside that, we throw our HTML, whatever we want to do. And then inside that, we have the grid system as well, okay, with the various breakdown points. I'll advise you to practice this more so that you really understand how it works. If you have any question about this, how it works, you can just leave it in the comment section below. In the next tutorials, I'll be teaching you guys how to use the navbar. So Bootstrap has components that we normally use for our navigation. It's really responsive as well. It gives you the hamburger menu on mobile devices. So in the next tutorials, I'll be teaching you guys how to use the navbar in Bootstrap. I hope this was really helpful. If you don't understand anything, as I said earlier on, you can leave your questions below. I will help you with that. In the next tutorials, we'll work on the navbar. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share these tutorials. I'll see you guys in the next lesson. Peace.